Yo, 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 yo. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Hold up, hold up. Let me button it up in case some of y'all think I'm trying to floss. I ain't got no jewelry. I ain't trying to floss. What's good? What's good? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I know it's been a minute since we did one of these lives, but I can't really wait to get into it right now. So I'm gonna let everybody catch up to this live right here. I got a lot of stuff I want to get off my chest, so we're gonna have a lot of fun with this live. A lot of people been asking me, "Hey man, why don't you do any lives anymore?" Today we had our reasons for that, but today we're gonna get into it. So let me just allow everybody to catch up to this live here, and then we're gonna get into it. I may not stay on very long because I know it's Friday and I know people got a lot of stuff that they got to do. So I'm not gonna keep you guys in here too long. Timmy was good. Some people already in here commented, I believe so, bro. Heat also, and the Celtics can win on the road also. Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Let's just give it a little bit. Allow people to get in here. Salute, man. You putting out Celtics content now, rated R. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. I got a lot of stuff I want to get off my chest. As y'all see, I've been posting a lot on the the YouTube community section. Oh, by the way, while people are coming in, for those of you who are not following us on Instagram, let me just post that real quick. If you're not following us on Instagram, I'm gonna post that right here, and I'm gonna pin that to the top. I'm gonna pin that to the top right here. And also, I know some people are on Twitter, and people have been asking me, "Are you on Twitter? Are you on Twitter?" Yes, I'm on Twitter. So I'm gonna post my Twitter handle right here, and y'all can follow me on Twitter. I definitely do interact with people. I probably will be chatting during tonight's game. Tyree was good. Make sure you check in and let us know where you're coming in from on your way in. Make sure y'all check in. I'm gonna give it about another 20 seconds, 30 seconds or so, and then we're gonna get it going. Captain Tim, if it is Boston, okay. Lakers will beat both the Warriors and the Celtics in 4, and Russ will average a triple. Okay. Hey, what's good from Thailand? Let's give it about another 10 seconds, and we're gonna get it started. Let me see what else. Let me see people are coming in. Let's make sure y'all check in. Salute Dreamers Pro Love. Reg Dog was good. Nagar from Kenya, welcome in. Welcome in. Let me just see who else is in here. Go on first take. They're not gonna let me on first take, man. They're not gonna let me on. Max a troll. I'm not sure what Max Kellerman said. Smooth TV was good. Hall was good. Bless up, chat. Okay, so let's get it going. Let's get it going. Okay. So let me get into it here. Also, for those of you who are not following us on Instagram, make sure you follow us there. We pinned it to the top. And also make sure you follow us on Twitter. I'm gonna post it right here because apparently a lot of people on Twitter. So let me just get into it here. I got a lot that I want to get off my chest here. I'm not gonna take too long of your time though. So in today's live, I got a lot that I want to talk about. I'm going to be talking about the Warriors advancing to the NBA Finals. We're definitely going to talk about that. I'm also going to be talking about the Miami Heat versus the Boston Celtics matchup going into tonight, with Boston possibly being able to close them out and go back to the finals. I think the Boston Celtics, if I'm not mistaken, I think the last time that the Celtics went to the NBA Finals, I believe it was in 2010 against the Lakers. So we're going to be talking about that. I'm also going to be talking about a potential matchup between the Miami Heat and the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals. We're also going to be talking about that. But I got to get into this thing that's on my chest, man. We already produced a video about it, but I got to get into it. I got to talk about this LeBron James and Stephen. Now, people on the channel know me. Most people that watch our content will say I am a consistent LeBron James hater. Most people consider me to be a LeBron James hater, and that's totally fine because sometimes I don't say positive things all the time. I completely understand that. But the stuff that I've been hearing over the last 24 to 36 hours is actually forcing me to become a LeBron James supporter, believe it or not. It is actually forcing me. I cannot believe what people are actually saying right now. As y'all know, ever since the Warriors advanced to the NBA Finals, over the last 24 hours, the big talk has been if Stephen Curry captures his fourth NBA championship and wins his first Finals MVP, will he be neck and neck with LeBron James? Now, let me say a few things. I understand that the media has to come up with the next storyline for the next series. I get that, right? They do it every series. Last 2 rounds ago, it was, if Giannis Antetokounmpo wins another championship, where will he rank all time? Will he be one of the top 3 power forwards? This was always a conversation, but I think this time, I think it's getting a little bit ridiculous. We put out a poll on our channel, I believe it was, let me say 3 hours ago or so. And on that poll, about how many people, let's say about 3,000 people voted on that poll. And I asked the question, if Stephen Curry wins his 4th championship and his first finals MVP, is he neck and neck with LeBron James? 60% of the people who voted on that poll said no, but 40% of the people said yes, which means that for every 10 people that probably follow the NBA, 4 of them are going to be saying that Stephen Curry and LeBron James are neck and neck. To me, I just don't understand where this argument is coming, if I'm being totally honest with you. I don't understand what the hell is going on right now. I'm not hating on Stephen Curry, and I'm not the biggest LeBron James fan in the world, but are we really, 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 really about to do this? To me, it looks as if the media is about to turn on LeBron. Honestly, if LeBron were to retire next season and Stephen Curry wins this championship, they're going to move on to the next guy. That is what I'm beginning to see. To me, I think it's totally ridiculous. Even if Stephen Curry wins another 4th championship and a finals MVP, there's just no way that y'all can tell me that now Stephen Curry is neck and neck with LeBron James. And to LeBron James fans watching this live, let me say this. Make sure y'all hit the like button and follow us on Instagram. If you haven't already, we pin that to the top. For those of you that are coming in here, make sure you follow me on Twitter. We're also going to be here. I think what y'all are seeing, LeBron James fans that are followers of LeBron, people watching this, I think what you guys are witnessing right now is what Michael Jordan fans feel when some LeBron James fans say, well, he has 4 NBA championships and 4 finals MVPs, so now he's better than Michael Jordan. And you have Jordan fans pulling out their hair like, what the hell? I think that is what you guys are experiencing right now. Because you guys are looking at the accolades and you're like, wait a minute, this thing doesn't make any sense right now. I think that's what you guys are talking about. Now, in my what you guys experience, in my personal opinion, I think the debate between Jordan and LeBron, at least you can kind of understand it. This one, I don't understand it. So to me, I'm done with that. That's my thoughts. I'm going to move on to the next thing. I just had to get that off my chest. So let me get back into the playoffs here. Let me get into the meat of this right here. First of all, going into this season, if y'all were here on the channel early this season, last year, or towards the end of last year, I was one of the people that felt that the Golden State Warriors would possibly be facing the Los Angeles Clippers in the Western Conference Finals if the Clippers were healthy, if y'all remember well. But unfortunately, the Clippers never got healthy. Kawhi Leonard didn't play a single game. I thought he was going to return this season. Paul George got injured for about 70% of the season. So the Clippers made it. They were the 8th seed, and they ultimately got knocked out. But I had full confidence that the Golden State Warriors would at least be in the Western Conference Finals. I am not surprised at that, not even by a little bit, because I thought they could have been potentially one of the 2 teams to come out of the Western Conference. It doesn't surprise me at all. First of all, let's talk about the Warriors. In the regular season, I'm not going to talk about the playoff stats because I want to give you guys a fuller picture. In the regular season, the Golden State Warriors were the 16th ranked offense in the NBA. However, they were the number 2 rated defensive team in the entire NBA. That was the Golden State Warriors over the regular season. They were beating teams by an average of at least 5 points per game, give or take. I think I have the stat here, if I'm not mistaken. They were scoring about 114.5 points per game, and they were giving up about 109.1 points per game. If you guys want to see those stats that I'm looking at, You guys can check it out right here. I'm actually reading it from CBSSports.com. For the new people coming in, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram because we're going to be on there taking some of you guys' questions. And also make sure you follow us on Twitter because I guess a lot of people are on Twitter and a lot of people have been asking, hey, are you on Twitter? Are you on Twitter? So make sure you follow us on Twitter here. Let me continue on. So they were the number 2 rated defensive team in the NBA, and they were beating teams by an average of 5 points. And they're one of the few teams in the Western Conference with a considerable amount of championship experience, and that matters. The Golden State Warriors are a team full of seasoned championship experienced players in Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry. These guys have a lot of championship experience, not to mention they also have a championship head coach in Steve Kerr that has won 3 NBA championships. So this team, it comes as no surprise to me, no surprise whatsoever that the Warriors made it this far. I'm not surprised by that at all, which brings me to the East. Let me talk about the East. I think, if y'all are asking me, I think the most impressive team this season, or at least in the playoffs, rather, I think the most impressive team this season in the playoffs, I think, has been the Boston Celtics, especially on the defensive end of the floor. What we saw them do to the Brooklyn Nets left everybody shell-shocked. We were like, how did that even happen? They turned Kevin Durant into a regular all-star. He went from being a superstar to an all-star in that series. That's what they did to Kevin Durant. So I thought, okay, maybe it was an anomaly. Yes, they're a great defensive team. They go to the next round. They play against Giannis. And although Giannis put up some big numbers, but in a lot of those games, they made Giannis work. In some of those games, he shot in the low 40%. Then they get to the Eastern Conference Finals. And let me tell you, man, this team right here, listen, I think the Boston Celtics are what the Clippers, when they first acquired Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, and they had Patrick Beverley, and they had Marcus Morris Sr., and all of these guys, I think they are who the Clippers should have been if we're talking about from a defensive side of the floor. The Boston Celtics are the number 1 rated defensive team in the NBA in the regular season, and they've been proving it all season, all playoffs long. They're the only team that I've seen that seems to be able to switch every single thing or have the ability to switch on every single pick and roll. You have Jason Tatum on the wing, who is showing a lot of us that he is a hell of a defensive player, and he has a lot of length, and he can play some good defense. You have Jaylen Brown. You have a defensive player of the year in Marcus Smart as your point guard, basically. Then you have Al Horford, who can play some great defense. You then have Grant Williams coming off the bench, and I forgot their start. Who's the Boston Celtics starting 5? Who's their what's the name of their center? Let me see. The young guy that keeps getting injured. Let me just see where Boston Celtics. I forgot his name. Let me see. Maybe y'all can tell me in the comment section. The Boston Celtics. Who's their center? The guy that keeps getting Williams. Robert Williams. Yes. And you got him. This team is a staunch defensive team. And I think that a lot of people need to start taking serious notice of that. I said it on Twitter a few days ago. I actually want the Boston Celtics to beat the Miami Heat. First of all, I got to talk about the Miami Heat. I know there are a lot of people that support the Miami Heat. I know there are a lot of people from Miami. That is fantastic. There's no disrespect. But the Miami Heat, they are super boring to watch, man. I'm just being honest. I was watching the last game against the Celtics, and because Miami doesn't really have a guy, like a real pure ISO guy, like a Jason Tatum, a Kyrie Irving, a Kevin Durant, maybe to a certain extent, a DeMar DeRozan, a Kawhi Leonard, a LeBron James, that type of ISO guy that can really go out there and hit you with a myriad of moves to get a shot. You just see them running play after play after play after play. Jimmy Butler will get the ball in his hand. He has a clean look. Instead of he takes the shot, breaks his guy down, he's going to break, get the ball, then he's going to make another pass, and they're going to swing it. Then this guy's going to run. I'm like, come on. This is boring as hell to watch. So I was actually tired of watching the Miami Heat. I'm just being honest. I was actually tired of watching them play. Like, I was like, come on, man, get these guys out of here. So when I saw that the Boston Celtics actually went up 3-2, I was like, okay, I think this will be a more interesting matchup to watch in the fight. Like, who would honestly, let me ask you guys in the audience, who would honestly be interested in watching the Golden State Warriors with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, the way these guys play is so electrifying and fun to watch, versus the damn Miami Heat in the NBA Finals? Or you can have an opportunity to watch them against a young Boston Celtics team. So to me, I'm actually happy that the Boston Celtics are one of the teams that are going to advance, because I think that they're the more entertaining team to watch. And at the end of the day, I think most of us want to watch some good basketball. Like, I'm sorry, like I just think that's I just got to be honest with you guys. Miami, man, they be struggling to score. What was the stat that they had? I think it was in game. What was it? Game 4, I believe. And I think that the starters, I think they had like 3 fields, some crazy like stat. I'm like, yo, get this guy, turn this off, man. Like nobody wants to see this. So like I don't want to see that. So I was done. I was done with that series, which brings me to the NBA Finals. Again, for those of you guys that are in here, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. We have that link to the top, and also make sure you guys follow us on Twitter. Marco told me to make sure I promote that. So let me just post that right here. So make sure you guys check us out. Okay, yeah, 8 minutes without a field goal in a quarter. Like, who in it? Thank you for that, Elvis. Who in their right mind wants to watch that type of basketball and then take it to the NBA Finals? Ain't nobody interested in watching that type of basketball. So let me get into this, which brings me to the NBA Finals. Okay, I think if the Boston Celtics, if they find a way to close out the if they find a way to close out the Miami Heat tonight and they make it to the NBA Finals, I think I'm going to be rolling with the Boston Celtics. I'm going to be rolling with the Boston Celtics. Not because I don't want the Warriors to win or anything. Like, I don't think the Warriors are good enough to win. No, I just think that the Boston Celtics are a very fun team to watch. I like the type of basketball that they play. And if I'm being totally honest with you, I want to see some young guys go up in there and win it. No disrespect to Klay Thompson and stuff. No disrespect. These guys, they've had their time under the sun, and if they win it, fantastic for them. But I think it'll be nice to see a younger team with some younger players that play really hard these playoffs go in there and win it. That's just me. I would not be mad at all if the Boston Celtics won the NBA play. And this has been one of the first years, if I'm being honest with you guys, where I have removed the anxiety out of following basketball. When the Clippers were in the playoffs, it was crazy. But this year I told myself, I said the Clippers most likely will not be in the playoffs. So I'm going to just pick whatever team I like from round to round, and I'm going to have my peace. I'm not going to be sitting there stressing myself out. So I'm rolling with the Boston Celtics. And listen, I think they're going to make it a very interesting series. I think that they're going to play the Warriors very, very tough. I heard Shannon Sharp say he's picking the Boston Celtics, I believe, in 6 games. I think Skip Bayless is picking the Golden State Warriors in 7 games. For me, I don't know how many games is going to go. I don't know that. I'm not a fortune teller. But if you ask me, I think I would rather see the Boston Celtics win. This is just me, right? I think it'll be a lot of fun. And we're just going to have to see. But that's what I think. Let me just read through some of the comments before I let y'all go, because I know it is Friday and I know people are busy. People got a lot of stuff to do. I agree, Boston, because of their defense. Yeah, their defense is crazy, but the Golden State Warriors are the number 2 rated defense in the NBA, so they're also pretty good. They also have Al Horford. Yeah, Al Horford is a hell of a player. If the Miami Heat made it to the NBA Finals, they're not beating the Warriors. It will be the most boring NBA Finals ever. It will be so boring. I'm sorry. Like, don't nobody want to see that. Let me see what else you guys are saying. I got the Celtics winning. This is Jonathan. I got the Celtics winning the whole thing. I had Bucks, but now going with the Celtics. That's fair enough. Miami offense is terrible right now. I totally agree with you. Let me see. If Boston advances, they can beat the Warriors. Yeah, I think they can too. Let me see what else some other people are saying. Celtics are banged up. Yeah, I think most teams are banged up right now, man. I mean, health is going to play a big role, obviously. When you put Tatum and Tatum, Brown, Smart, and Robert Williams, yeah, they got a good squad. Celtics actually play defense, not tough task for Warriors. That's a good team. Yeah, so to me, these Kawhi fans know nothing about Los Angeles Clippers history. Okay, fair enough, man. Wait, listen. If people want to get on me for being a Kawhi fan, I got to ask y'all that Shannon Sharp is a Laker fan, right? He's rooting for the Celtics. They just sent him a jersey with Jason Tatum. So if Shannon Sharp is allowed to support the Celtics, God damn it, let me I just became a Clipper fan like 1 or 2 years ago. Let me get my time to go into it, please. I'm not taking an exam next month, so just let me get into it, and then I'll get into it on my page. So anyway, guys, I think that pretty much covers it for this one. We may do a live after the game, depending on how it goes. I'll see how it goes. But thank you guys for your attention. So again, before we check out, make sure you guys follow us on Instagram. We got the link at the top, and also make sure you follow us on Twitter. You guys can definitely catch me there. If you guys have any video requests, any topics, any questions, make sure you shoot us a message on Instagram. Sometimes I do. Sometimes we do go through some of the messages there. So make sure you guys go ahead and do that. Once again, thank you guys for your time, man. Appreciate it. And we may see you guys on another live if they end up, depending on how the game goes tonight, to cover the potential NBA Finals matchup. All right, take it easy. Catch y'all on the next one. Have a good one.